What's good YouTube? BrianaLorenn here. We're here with another video and we are talking about Kosas. I want to get into this, give you the facts, give you the laydown, because I think with their Revealer Concealer shade extension, people have some questions. People might feel betrayed or that they're not inclusive, and I would like to speak on my thoughts about it, share with you some of the shades, the old shades, the new shades, do swatches and show you what shade works for my skin complexion. So that way, if you're close to my shade, you can see if you want to try it, use it, and what shade you might pick. If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrianaLorenn. You keep coming back and you haven't hit subscribe yet, you know, hit the subscribe button. Why not? Join the Real Ones family. Let's get into this video. Revealer Concealer first dropped February 2020. I was working in store as a brand rep when times were normal. They dropped in 16 shades. I'm gonna put the original 16 shades here because they basically had 4 shades for each kind of skin complexion, like fair, medium, medium tan, and dark. Let's say that. You could wear it under your eyes, you can wear it all over the face, you can pair it with their tinted face oil, and it was beautiful. And the Revealer Concealer was actually one of the first products I bought from Kosas. I can't believe that was almost a year ago. And now I'm working with the brand, which is really cool. Now, personally for me, my shades in those warm tones worked for me because they were more of like a warmer orangey tone. Now I remember looking at the fairer skin tones, that fair to light medium tone, and they were very yellow. And I said, you know, okay, wow, this is going to be either something that they're looking to really kind of color correct and warm people's skin, but there was really no cool or pink tone. Fast forward now to January 2021, they have extended their shades. You went from having 16 shades to now 28 shades. One thing I want to say first is that people like to automatically claim and say that you need to be inclusive, you should have dropped 28 shades the first time around. And the real deal is, depending on the funding and what kind of brand and how much they're putting into new product launches and product drops and how much money they have, like all of that goes into how many shades they can drop. I think that Kosas, and being a more smaller brand on the map now, you know, having their own gondola in Sephora, whereas before they didn't have that, you're looking at the growth of a brand rather than just thinking that they're not inclusive, because you can scroll through their Instagram page and their website and see that they're all about every man and woman, every shade of color, every tone, and really catering to everyone. And I think that's awesome that brands are able to see, okay, we dropped this, let's go back, let's see what shades we can add to really give everyone the opportunity to try their products. What is cool is that I was able to work with Kosas on this shade extension. What they would do is they would send me new concealer shades that they were interested in dropping and releasing, and they would be different undertones. It might be a little cooler, it might be a little warmer. I would take pictures in those shades with it all over my skin, with the tinted oil foundation, and it was just helping them narrowing down what shades that they want to finalize and add into this Revealer Concealer shade extension. It's a lot of words. And I'm just gonna show you the new shades, some of the older shades. I'm gonna swatch them all, and then I'm gonna show you how I like to use them. And it really is a rich, hydrating, medium to full coverage concealer, and it's clean and it's vegan. It's just the little PR box saying it's a concealer, an eye cream, spot treatment in one. It's infused with hyaluronic acid, peptides, caffeine, and maybe magic. So this picture is what they sent in the PR box. What they did is they labeled the concealers now neutral, warm, cool tone, and olive. So next to the shades, you're either gonna see a N, a C for cool, a W for warm, or an O for olive. And that, I think, helps people to be able to say, okay, I know that I have an olive undertone, or I know that I have more of a warmer undertone. This makes it easier for me to be able to choose the concealer. So let's get the swatching. So this is 7N. I don't know what I would do with that. Maybe if I wanted a really, really bright under eye. So 7.5 is a shade that I've always had, and would use sometimes to just brighten and highlight under my eyes. 7.5 is now has a W next to it. So it is a little bit more warm tone, where you can see a 7N is a little bit more neutral tone. We're going to go to shade 8W. So this again is another warm tone. 8 is another shade that I like to use also too. And you could see very similar in shade, like a touch warmer. Next shade is 8.10. Oh, that's a pretty shade. So yeah, you can see, I would say the O to me on here for me looks a little more neutral than these two. I really like that shade. That's actually a really pretty shade. 8.2W. Here you can start to see that orange start to pull through more. 8.5C is the next shade. So we're getting into a cool shade here. I'm gonna put it right next to my mouth. And this is a newer shade. This I really like for all over my face. Like, and what you can see too is as we're swatching these, you can start to see, do they oxidize? Do they start to stay the same? This looks like it got a little bit more orangey. These stayed the same pretty well. This 8.5C is like my match. Last, we have 8.7N. So they went neutral here. I'm gonna put it right here. Ooh, that might be my shade actually. Really like 8.7N for all over my face. Maybe 8.10 and 8 to kind of play with under my eyes and as a lighter shade. So for all over the face, I'm going to start with 8.7N. With me, the center of my face is always lighter. My body is always a little bit more warmer. So that's why using multiple concealer shades is practical for me, because my skin is not all one color. Like, it's just not me. I'm using the new e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. This is such a nice brush. It was like maybe like $7. I am a fan of their tinted face oil, but if you want a little bit more coverage, something that's gonna stick and stay in place, as the oil, has a little bit more slip to it, it moves a little bit more, you can go in with the concealer. But yeah, these are non-comedogenic too, dermatology tested, allergy tested, and non-irritating. So for my little dark spot friends, I'm going to use 8.2. It's a little bit more warm, where the one I put all over my face, which is 8.7N, is more neutral. So the warm, meaning it has a little bit more orangey tone, is going to help color correct. And these guys just decide, they weren't even ever there before. They just decide to show up when they want, and they weren't invited. I'm going to stipple that in place so that product stays there. And I like the little bit more of the warm, bringing that warm tone in, because it's just gonna help to really balance the skin out. I like that this looks like skin. It's not cakey. It still blends right into my face, and that's what I like about Kosas products. So 8.10, I'm going to go in to my eyes, and I'm gonna focus this more in the center of the face. Right in here, a little bit, right here, right on the forehead. I like that there's so much product one time pulling the wand out. I do not have to go back in and reach for more. You want to lift a little bit around the mouth, take this out, do that. So pretty. Yeah, 8.10, y'all. That's a beautiful shade. Just like how the skin looks fresh and radiant. Now, right in here, right, my eyes kind of go in a little bit. So I'm gonna take shade 8, which is warm, place it right in there, and it'll just kind of cancel out that dip a little bit more. And it's not darkness, it's just how my eye socket goes. And just pop that right over top. And let's say we wanted to reverse contour a little bit, you could take shade 8 and just pop it right underneath and just blend that in. And because I already have discoloration, it already looks like it's contoured. So sometimes I go in with a contour shade, sometimes I just do this. But I'm just showing you different ways you can use your concealer. Let's get close up in here. Corrected, even. It's such a beautiful product, and just how it makes the skin look. That's what we like. I'm gonna just throw on a little bit more makeup, come back, give me my final thoughts, and we're gonna end this video. Short, sweet, to the point. Boom. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so just put a little Kosas bronzer on, a little lip, a little more mascara, keep it moving. Bringing this video to a close, I'm really happy that they did a shade extension. I'm not upset that they didn't have these shades firsthand. The fact that they did do a shade extension almost a year, like a little less than a year, I think speaks volumes for the brand and them wanting to be able to include everyone to be able to try their products. Kudos to you. I think it looks so fresh and youthful. My skin looks radiant and hydrated. It does not look dry, and that's what I like. That's what I prefer with my skin. And the fact that it's clean and vegan and my skin is getting some good ingredients, if I want to wear this throughout the day, that's what I like. Make sure to check out their extension shade. Also too, if you go and pick up a shade, make sure you use the code KOSASBRIANA. I'm going to put it right here because you will get a free full-size product. It's like a mystery product, but that is my affiliation with them. That's my code with them. So if you're gonna go purchase anything, make sure you use the code. I get a small little commission off of that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thumbs this video up if this helped you, if this gave you a little bit more insight onto why brands choose to do the things that they do. Let's not shame them. Let's believe the best. And the fact that they came out with this shade extension, I was like, oh, they're thinking about everybody. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you thumb this video up, comment below if you've used this before, what shade you are, or if you're interested in getting any of the new shades. And I will see you in my next video. All right, peace out, Cub Scouts.